What up, YouTube? I'm back. So, a day late for this week's review of Jujutsu Kaisen episode 11. And I didn't do a review for last week's episode, so my bad about all of that. But I'm waiting for my PC, so that's the reason why I'm late. But it was a great episode once again of Jujutsu Kaisen. We saw Nanami fight Mahito in this week's episode 2. It was kind of the end of the fight, but we learned some things, during that fight that were quite interesting. So first of all, we learned a ton of things about Nanami. One of the things that we learned is that he has a pact limiter that limits the amount of cursed energy that he can use before 6 p.m. it seems. So now that we saw that in the episode, after 6 p.m. it seems like he can use the full amount of his power, his cursed energy. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then he kind of reiterated how his power work with his blade and everything like that. So it seems like he can see the weak points of any object possible and then hit those weak points. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and that's what he did to the cursed Mahito. He basically kind of defeated him at some point in the episode. He cut one of his legs, and then with his cursed power, he basically dropped a lot of rocks on him. So he said that if at some point you survive, we'll fight again in the future. But I thought that was pretty interesting that he just left. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he doesn't want to go full power, maybe it's because he was injured, or maybe it's because he has other things to do. So I thought that all that scene with Nanami was pretty interesting. Then with Mahito the curse, it seems like he can transform into anything he wants to and change the form of his soul however he wants to. And another thing that we learned is that he's a new curse. He's like a child, he's a baby. He's been transformed into a curse not so long ago, so that's why he's experimenting with a lot of things, and that's why he's kind of giddy every time he uses something new. So I thought that was pretty cool too. Anyway, later in the episode, we were at Yoshino's house with Itadori, where they were eating, and I thought that was pretty cool because we know how Yoshino gets bullied and beaten at school. So it's cool to see Itadori treating him right, like a friend. And it seems like Yoshino actually saw Itadori as a friend, in that scene. So I thought that was pretty cool. We also got introduced to Yoshino's mom, which was interesting, and I thought was pretty cool too. But I should have known that the reason why she was introduced like that is because of something that would happen later in the episode or the series. But the thing that happened is that she found one of Sukuna's fingers, and we all know that because it's a curse, it was basically attracting other curses, and because of that we saw this disgusting curse behind her, and it seems like it actually killed Yoshino's mother, which was heartbreaking, because obviously she looks good and everything. She has a son, and her son needs her. So I thought that was heartbreaking, and I was wondering for the first like 5 seconds how the hell did one of Sukuna's fingers was there, but I already knew like after 5 seconds that it was Mahito's plan to do that, so that Yoshino would basically turn to the dark side. And we saw it at some point after Yoshino's mom died. He wasn't in his room with Mahito, and Mahito was basically telling him that who would do that, who would kill his mother, and why would they do that? And in his head, Yoshino was thinking, the only people that would do something so horrible to me would be the people at his school. So Mahito has been controlling and manipulating Yoshino for a while now, and that's the reason why later in the episode he was at the school and trying to kill two of the people that he thought were responsible for his mother's death. Anyway, obviously we saw the scars on Yoshino's forehead. It seems like it's the people that bullied him, that did that to him, you know. And it's just crazy how fast he turned to the dark side and how easily he was manipulated by Mahito. It kind of reminded me of Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith, you know, how easily he was manipulated by Dark Sidious, you know. But I understand because he gets bullied a lot. He doesn't have friends really. He only had his mother, you know. So I understand. At the same time, you shouldn't, you know, go and kill people. But yeah. And I'm also wondering how the hell is he that strong already? It seems like he can use curse energy and everything like that. He has power, so maybe it's Mahito that basically trained him or taught him how to use curse energy. But it seems like he's being able to do that really quickly, you know. So I thought that was interesting. And then Mahito's plan was also to make Yoshino and Itadori basically fight each other, you know, because that's why at first when he said that if there was somebody from Jujutsu Tech to be friends with them, because he knew that Itadori would be that person, and then, you know, at first they would be friends and then become enemies, you know. So I thought that was pretty smart of Mahito to do, to put them against each other. So we'll have to see in next week's episode how this goes, you know, because we all know that Itadori doesn't want to kill people, and I'm guessing he doesn't want to kill Yoshino, you know. So we'll have to see how this goes. Will they fight in next week's episode? We'll see. But yeah, man, this was a good episode. It's getting better and better, so I can't wait for next week's episode. I'm guessing that we're going to get a new opening in the next two episodes, because usually in a 25 episode season, at the halfway point of the season, there's a new opening. So I'm wondering if they're going to do that for that series. But yeah, man, it's been great. It's been really good. I can't wait for next week's episode. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Jujutsu Kaisen reviews every Friday, so subscribe for that. But this week is gonna be on a Saturday, so stay tuned. And then I do One Piece reviews on Saturday nights. I also do Attack on Titan and Boruto Naruto Next Generation reviews on Sunday, so stay tuned for all of that, man. It's gonna be fun. I will also do the Promised Neverland Season 2 and Dr. Stone Season 2 reviews this January, so stay tuned. It's gonna be, I think the Promised Neverland is gonna be the 7th, and then Dr. Stone the 14th, or it's gonna be the opposites, you know. So I don't remember exactly, but it's gonna be fun, man. A lot of animes are coming back, so I'm gonna review them all, you know. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot, and follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, man. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.